first round by the Jets. Wilkerson. Well, here come the Tampa Bay Bucks. This is your life. We had the Raiders, and now we got the Bucks, Coach.
To announce the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selection, please welcome from Stanford University, the 82nd pick of the 1993 draft by the Buccaneers, defensive back John Lynch.
With the 51st pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Daquan Bowers, defensive end from Clemson.
So, boy, Tampa going, well, here's Bowers, first of all, who we spoke about at the beginning of the show, Mel, with Stefania about the injury, and he would have been a first or way high. They've gone D-line, D-line. Last year they went D-line, D-line. That's a statement.
When would you ever have thought the sixth best player in the draft goes at pick 51? That's a rarity, but it's all because of that knee injury and the knee concern. Daquan Bowers is a stud, a big-time player off the edge. A guy that gives you everything he has, every play, every time out. He went from being a guy, got in that backfield, got some tackles for loss, to leading the nation in sacks this past season, played through that knee injury. Now here he is as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who added Adrian Claiborne yesterday. The concern with Adrian Claiborne was the Erb's palsy. Born with, played through that his whole career. Now you add Daquan Bowers. Last year they drafted Gerald McCoy and Brian Price, two defensive tackles, first and second round. GM Mark Dominic's done a nice job, had a great draft last year, addressed the defensive tackle spot. Now he's going defensive end, first and second round. You got to root for Adrian Claiborne? Guess what? You better root for a kid like Daquan Bowers. This kid could have been the number 1, number 2, number 3 overall pick. Here he is in the middle of the second round of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all because of that knee concern.
Well, we need this guy back home in Tampa, Mel. I mean, you get Claiborne, I call him light switch. You put Bowers, who's really one of the best combination ends, I think, in this draft. He can convert speed to power in his rush. I think provided he is healthy and he can maintain some consistency. He's a guy that had 1 year of production. He didn't do much at Clemson those first 2 years. And they need this guy to really get in a routine. Hopefully, medically, he checks out just fine, can practice, can continue to develop, and prove a lot of people wrong. You talk about a guy that has a lot of motivation right now, it should be Daquan Bowers.
Well,
I like that
thing to me that in a division where Atlanta and New Orleans push the envelope on offense, the Bucs are going back to their heritage. I don't mean the 0-26 heritage. That's in a class by itself. But when you think the Bucs, they were defense, and here they go. They're going to combat those scoring teams with defense, Morton Adam.
Well, that's right. And listen, Daquan Bowers had this surgery on January 4th. When he showed up at the Indianapolis Scouting Combine in February, boy, the red flags went up on the knee, and he went back for a recheck, and it didn't come out well as well. And so in the first round, a lot of doctors would not give him a passing grade. I heard coaches and GMs say it looks like you have to have a lot of maintenance on him, especially in the first year, and he might just be a one-contract guy. Now, a one-contract guy means 4 or 5 years, and maybe it's more trouble, but as one coach told me, hey, I might not be here for more than 4 or 5 years, so we may take a chance at some point. But his irony here with the Buccaneers, former first-round pick Gaines Adams, also from Clemson. Daquan Bowers is very close to him, and you know, Gaines Adams passed away tragically a couple years ago. His dad passed away in August.
And Mort, I had one team tell me today that one of the big reasons that Daquan Bowers slid is because he's going to need knee surgery at some point in the next 4 years. And when he does get that knee surgery, it's going to sideline him for 8 months. That surgery could come as early as this year. So there are major medical questions about Daquan Bowers. But you're talking about a player here who at one point was regarded as the potential number 1 pick. And instead of the number 1 pick, he winds up going number 51 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who come away with Daquan Bowers and Adrian Claiborne on the second night of the draft here at Radio City Music Hall.